good in Wycomico County, M50, coming through Willards, Pittsville, Parsonsburg, bypass around town good, and 50 good to the Bay Bridge. That's your traffic for the Voice Radio Network.
All right, it is 8:25. We go live to the hotline.
Good morning, Power 1017.
Hi, I was calling to talk to Bill and Jessica.
Yes, Bill and Jessica, you're on. Good morning.
You found us.
It's the Philly captain.
It is the Philly captain. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It is an honor and a privilege to talk to you folks. Thank you for
You
talking to
sound
me.
so professional and nice.
Well, I'm not nice. I'm not nice. I'm from Philadelphia. But I am.
Right. Well, hey, look, the Philly captain, we are honored to have you on. Thank you so much for checking in. You know, we're in Ocean City, Maryland. Have you ever been down this way?
I have never been to Ocean City, Maryland, but I was a huge fan of Don and Mike's radio show, so I know about DJ Batman. I know all about these crazy stories about Ocean City, Maryland, but I've never been there.
Wow,
You
yeah.
have to come down to the ocean, hun.
Come down the ocean, Horn.
Oh my God! I love this phone call is nothing but accents of Maryland and Philadelphia. It's great.
right. We know that the Baltimore accent is, come on down the ocean, Horn.
And know what I say? I say I'm going down the shore.
Down the shore, right. Oh, I already know.
Yes.
Well, first off, I'm married to Kenzo. I just want to let you know, my wife's from Philly. And yeah, she's from Kensington, and she's actually the one who found you first on. I don't know if it was on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, but one night, we were laying in bed. This was like last year, year and a half ago or whatever, and I hear your voice. I heard you talking, and you were walking all around Kensington, and
Sure.
she was like watching this, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" And she said, "Oh, this guy," and she showed me, and ever since then, I've been hooked. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your YouTube channel. I mean, you walk around the old, landmarks all around Philadelphia. You have your Friday night live from the captain's quarters. And, we're just really into it.
Oh,
So,
I really, really appreciate that.
yeah, and look, we've been following you, part of the Fandemics crew with the Phillies. We're big Phillies fans in our house.
Yeah.
So, you have some fans, man, that you probably didn't even know about.
No, I'm just a little YouTuber, just YouTubing, doing my thing during this global pandemic.
Yeah.
And all I do is I have a YouTube channel where I talk about the history of Philadelphia.
Right.
And when I'm not making a history video, I walk around the neighborhoods of Philadelphia, and I tell you the stories about the neighborhood. I was born in Kensington, which if you watch A&E television, the TV show Intervention was filmed there. There's a horrible drug epidemic in there. So I go around looking at this stuff, trying to figure out what's going on with my little neighborhood. Nobody's fixing it.
Yeah.
And I love my hometown. And we have some bad spots, but we have some amazing spots too.
Well, since you were born in Kensington, I got to ask you: have you ever heard of H&J's Bar?
No.
No.
H&J's
Okay.
Bar. No. You know what though? I was a baby in Kensington.
Okay.
And,
No, that's fine.
yeah.
I'm just asking if you have, because that's my my wife's grandparents' bar. It's closed now, but that's what it was back in the day, H&J's. So I just didn't know if you remember.
Do you know the corners? Do you know the intersection?
I don't. I can
No.
find. Yeah, but I'll definitely find out, and I'll write it. I'll write.
Yeah,
you.
let me know.
Yeah. So, but my wife's dad still lives up there in a row home off Emerald Ave.
Oh my goodness gracious! He lives in Kensington.
Yeah, still.
We gotta get him down the shore. Huh?
Hey, right. Well, he has a campground in Jersey. They go to the campground in Jersey all summer, but then they live there. He's just one of those old school, guys who will probably never move out of the city.
Right, he paid $20,000 for that house
Yes,
in
he did.
1970.
Yes,
and
he did.
now that house is worth $28,000. Where's he going? He ain't going nowhere. He's staying on Emerald Street.
Never. He'll never get out of there. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Wow.
The shame about that neighborhood is people bought the houses, back in the 60s and the 70s, and they paid a decent chunk of change. But unfortunately, the neighborhood went down the drain. So the property, you can actually buy a house in the Kensington section of Philadelphia for only $8,000.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's unheard of.
It's crazy to live there too, but it's for a price.
Well, when you walk up and down Kensington Ave, we always are drawn to those videos because I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the stuff that's going on there. I mean, it's sad, but it's just, I mean, some stuff, I mean, you walk by the park and you look for the needles, and you walk by,
Yeah.
some of the people. It's crazy.
But make a note of this, people listening. I do it with a sense of humor. It's not that serious. I'm a very funny person.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, real quick, before we move on, promote your channel. Tell us, about your channel.
Okay, guys, I have a YouTube channel. I am a YouTuber. I YouTube for a living. So what I do is I go out, I make videos, and I put them on YouTube. Sometimes I go see the history sections of Philadelphia. A lot of times I go to Phillies games, and I heckle the bullpen.
Yes.
And I hang out with the Philly fanatic. And when there's not a pandemic, I sell water ice in the stand. But I can't do that this year. So.
Right. Now, talk to us a little bit about, how you got started. Like, how did you get started going on YouTube, and how did you build up your channel?
Okay, when I started on YouTube about 3 years ago, I was a delivery guy. I delivered suits for a really high-end clothing store. And I started walking around Center City, and I noticed, man, there's an awful lot of statues I walk by, and I don't know anything about them. So I started doing research on these little statues, and I would make a little video here or there. And that's how it kind of started. And then I have a genuine curiosity about the neighborhood Kensington because I live there, and I went to see what was going on there, so I make videos there. And I wanted to take this channel and start doing stand-up comedy, but there's no stand-up comedy clubs doing open mics right now.
Right.
So I can't document my stand-up comedy career because I can't start it. So I'm YouTubing.
Are you making money now, doing this, or are you doing this?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I live in a row home in Philly, and I have a wife who has a great job, and she supports my dream, and she supports me. But
awesome.
I do make a little bit of money off this, and it's growing. I have a Patreon. I have members. I have clubs that people join. I interact with my fans as much as I can.
Wow, that's awesome, man!
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Good for you.
Yeah, and because that's all we do around here. We're on the radio. I have my own podcast. Jess and I do a show, on local TV, and I have a TikTok and do videos and stuff, and that's the future. That's what we do. So
yeah, and I'm so jealous of you guys being on radio. I'm such a fan of radio. I always wanted to be on radio. I guess I'm on radio right now.
You're on there now. Yeah,
wow,
you are now.
Dreams do come true here at Power 101.
Hey, I like it. Hey, give me a here we are.
Here we are.
Yes. If you follow the Philly Captain, All right, so you go around different landmarks, parts of Philadelphia. You talk about them. You show the scenes of what's going on. But also on Fridays, you kind of do your own show, right?
It's kind of like a podcast, although technically it's just me talking on YouTube. I have this weird thing where things need to be classified. So it's just me sitting at a desk talking about my week, kind of like a radio show.
That's the way you do it. That's what I do. That's the way you do it.
And I go and I do these live streams, and about 500 people watch them, and we interact, and I play music and all kinds of fun stuff. We play games. We try to figure out who is the worst Philadelphian of all time.
Yeah,
we did the survey, and the worst Philadelphian of all time is the guy who rides on the L, which is our train.
Right.
And they listen to music on Bluetooth speakers at the loudest volume. And they don't take anybody in consideration.
Don't even care. They don't even care who's sitting next to them.
Sitting next to them. They don't care about who's sitting on the train. The entire train gets to hear that music.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
So you go on there around what time? Can we check you out on Fridays, or is it just
Friday night, 8 o'clock? I go on every night, Friday night, 8 o'clock, and we just talk. We have a good time. Sometimes they go for an hour. Sometimes they go for 3 hours.
And you have guests stopping by as well?
Well, you call them guests. They're just my friends.
Yeah.
I have friends who are very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I have a friend, Doug, who was shot in the leg twice. And he has a funny story. So I talk to my friends about their funny lives. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, also, I've caught you when you're watching maybe the Phillies game, or you're watching WWE, and basically you're not showing the event. You're showing you guys sitting there having a beer, eating pizza, hanging out,
Right.
talking, doing a little bit of commentary, and people go nuts. They love it.
It's crazy. I have my friend Gary Brown watches wrestling. He is he's autistic, and we bet $1 on every wrestling match we've watched. We've been watching wrestling for a year, and all he's concerned about is the dollars.
Yeah.
And people cheer on Gary's bets, and they want Gary to beat me. It's a lot of fun. It's
I love
a lot
it.
of fun, and I love that people watch us play around on just watching wrestling. It's great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, I'm telling you, every time I see you post a new video, I always jump on there to see, what you got going on. So, you constant. That's the key though for people who are thinking about, like starting their own YouTube channel or doing it or whatever. It's consistency, right? Is that like how you picked up?
I do 2 videos a day. I do one in the morning, and then I do another one in the evening. And then if I feel froggy, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll go on. I'll do a live stream. Like yesterday, I got a new album on vinyl, and I played the album on vinyl for my I just do stuff like that.
All right, very good. We have the Philly Captain, YouTuber, live on the hotline. We'll talk more with him on the way. Keep it locked. It's a Bill and Jessica show.
We have your Creo.